Hey everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to use your Arduino with Visual Studio Code instead of just using the Arduino Desktop IDE or the Arduino Web IDE clients. So to do this, you will actually still need the Desktop IDE installed on your computer, but after it's installed we don't really need to use it anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to exit out of this particular application and I'm not going to save it. So I do have Visual Studio Code open. I do have a very simple example sketch created. I don't have any kind of Arduino extension as of yet, but we will install it and we will test it out to make sure that it works out correctly. And just for reference, I do have an Arduino Uno hooked up to my computer currently, and I'll take a screenshot of it and potentially show it at the end of this video as well. So the first thing we want to do is we want to open up our extensions list, and we want to search for the Arduino extension. And the first one on the list hopefully is the Microsoft one. If not, go ahead and search for the Microsoft one because I believe that is the official Arduino extension, even though that as of right now it is in preview mode, but it seems to work fine in the circumstances that I tested it for. So go ahead and choose install. And when it's done installing, go ahead and reopen up your Explorer. Go ahead and reopen up that sample sketch. You may notice at some point in time it does ask you to install further extensions for like IntelliSense or C++. Go ahead and install those at your own free will. Not absolutely necessary, but it's totally up to you. So I do have my script here. We will need to do some configurations. So go ahead and bring up your Finder here, and what we're going to do is we're going to type in Arduino and see what options are available. So the first option that we want to do is we probably want to pick our actual device. So we can say change board type. And with that, we can actually search for the Uno. So it should be Uno. And in my case, it's the Uno without the Wi-Fi. So I'm just going to choose this one right here. After that's done, let's go ahead and go back into our Finder here. We're going to say Arduino. And this time around, we're gonna select the baud rate. So in my case, I want to work on 9600. It could be totally up to you, but I'm going to choose 9600. Now again, I'm going to bring up this Finder window and I'm going to type in Arduino. So this is the third configuration that we're going to do. So the third configuration is, well, what serial port do we want to operate on? So what we want to do is we want to say select serial port. And in my case, this is the serial port that I plan on using. Go ahead and choose the one that makes the most sense for you. If you're lucky, it should say Arduino next to it. Perfect. So as of right now, it should be configured. If we do get an error, we'll revisit the configurations, but it should be good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on these icons up at the top right. You could always do it from the Finder as well. So I'll say Arduino. The first thing that we could probably do is we could either verify our example here, or maybe just strictly upload it. So it's totally up to you. Let's go ahead and just go straight to the upload. You'll probably notice that it did flash the splash screen for your Arduino IDE. That's fine. It'll probably also open up the output logs at the bottom to show you that everything has uploaded successfully. What you can do after it does upload successfully is you can go back into that Finder, and what we want to do is we want to really look at our monitor, our serial monitor. So I'm going to say Arduino, and I'm going to say open serial monitor. So it didn't print anything out. Let's go ahead and try to upload it again. This time I'm just going to use the icon up at the top. I'm going to say upload. It's going to do the upload again. The serial monitor should still be open. So hopefully it starts printing out hello world on the delay. And it's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to potentially restart my application. And actually, you know what? I might select the baud rate again. So I'm just going to say select baud rate, and I'm going to say 9600 just in case. So for whatever reason, it didn't set that first time. I noticed it because down at the bottom of my editor, it had said 115,200. So I just switched it to the appropriate, and now it looks like it's printing it out every 1 second. So you'll notice again that we did a few configurations. So first of all, we made sure that we had the Arduino IDE installed on our desktop or for our computer. We installed the extension made by Microsoft, And then we did a few configurations. So our configurations consisted of changing the baud rate, selecting the particular serial port, selecting the board type that we're using, and then just uploading and opening up that serial monitor. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to close the serial monitor. And I'm going to say, where is it? Close serial monitor somewhere in here. So I closed it. And the reason, again, why I like it in Visual Studio Code versus just the standalone client is, for one, it's easier to see. The client seems very basic. It's not my familiar environment. But on top of that, you also get extra power that comes with Visual Studio Code that you might not be able to get in that particular client.